Queen of the South, Nekeisha Burchell, has run out again, and this time she is clapping back at the Andrew Holness administration over Jamaica's journey towards becoming a republic. According to Burchell, after more than 10 years in office, the government has failed to complete Jamaica's journey to full freedom, but is now trying to shift the blame onto the opposition. This is Michy's commentary. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and turn on your notification bell. Now, Jamaica, let's get into it. But listen to this. Nekeisha Burchell is setting the record straight. She says the public record clearly shows that the People's National Party has repeatedly supported Jamaica becoming a republic and achieving full decolonization. In Parliament, during budget and sectoral presentations, at public meetings, in press releases, and across social media, the PNP has consistently made its position known. But here is where the Queen of the South drew the line. Burchell accused the Andrew Holness administration of wanting to control the entire constitutional reform process while expecting the opposition to give unconditional support. In other words, the government wants to set all the terms, make all the decisions, and then tell the opposition to fall in line.
After more than 10 years in office, the Andrew Holness administration has failed to complete Jamaica's journey to full freedom. Now, instead of taking responsibility, it is trying to blame the very opposition that has consistently offered its support for complete constitutional reform. The irony. The public record is there for every Jamaican to see. In Parliament, in our budget presentations, in our sectoral presentations, in press releases, in our social media platforms, and in our public meetings, the PNP has consistently called for full and final decolonization now.
Ms. Burchell is accusing the government of wanting to dictate all the terms of the process while demanding unconditional support from the opposition without meaningful deliberation.
The Andrew Holness administration's approach to everything is always its way or no way at all. Even on something as important as Jamaica's constitution, it wants to dictate all of the terms. It wants to bully its way through the process and demand unconditional support for a piece of republic. Jamaica should not be forced to settle for half freedom. Why should we remove the British monarch as our head of state while deliberately leaving our final court in Britain, sending Jamaicans across the Atlantic through an expensive overseas legal route to access final justice? Why should we break one colonial chain while the government insists on keeping another chain firmly in place? The leader of the opposition, Mark Golding, has repeatedly offered to sit with the Prime Minister and to negotiate a complete way forward. As Fitz-Henley has said, so Fitz-Henley should direct his appeal to Andrew Holness.
Carla Ramdeen, CVM News.
Burchell declared that the administration's approach is always its way or no way at all. But Jamaica's constitution cannot be treated like a party document. This is bigger than the JLP, bigger than the PNP, and bigger than Andrew Holness or Mark Golding. This is about the future of every Jamaican, and Burchell delivered her strongest clapback when she rejected what she described as a peace republic. She argued that Jamaica should not remove the British monarch as head of state while keeping the United Kingdom-based Privy Council as our final court. How can the country claim complete independence while Jamaicans must still travel across the Atlantic through a costly overseas legal process to seek final justice? How can we break one colonial chain while deliberately holding on to another? That is not full freedom. That is unfinished business dressed up and presented as constitutional reform. Opposition leader Mark Golding has repeatedly indicated that he is willing to meet with Prime Minister Andrew Holness and negotiate a complete path forward. Therefore, Burchell says anyone appealing for cooperation should direct that appeal to the Prime Minister. The government cannot demand support while refusing meaningful consultation. It cannot bully its way through such an important national process and then blame the opposition when questions are raised. Nekeisha Burchell has made the PNP's position clear. Jamaica deserves complete decolonization, meaningful dialogue, and a republic that delivers full freedom, not half freedom. But Jamaica, what do you think? Is the government offering the country a complete republic or a peace republic? Leave your thoughts in the comments and remember to keep the discussion respectful. This is Michy's commentary. Like, share, subscribe, and turn on your notification bell. Until next time, walk good, Jamaica.